All right, guys. Well, welcome here. We're having some technical difficulties just a couple minutes before the match started. So we're trying to get those kinks worked out here for you as we get everything going. But dang, I will have the Gumo train in here in a second, and I tell you not, we'll definitely have it figured out for you. But dang, it's crazy. We got the match here. Looks like it is warm-up time. We got 48 seconds to get him in here and get the ball rolling. So I'm trying to beat the clock here, and we'll get that going. But I did have him up here. It was working. I don't see him now. Let's see if we can get him back. All right, so let's go ahead and look over here. As we are off to the races. Here we go. So we are at the 20... I'll get this fixed here. 29-minute mark and 25 seconds, and I will get that started once it goes. All right, so Gumo, I know you're here, and I know you can hear me at least in the background. I don't know if we can hear you yet. I'm going to try and work on getting that in here. So, all right, so here we go. I have him in. I'm gonna get this mic over. He is in, so I don't know if he wants to do a mic check for me. We can definitely go with that. But we've got some audio issues. It says no microphone selected. But here we go. So we got 77th or BR1/77th in the Greyhound Cup here. And as you can see, we got the main capture point here. There's only one point in the middle. We got town center here coming in, and as you can see, we got a whole lot of people right in the middle, and it should be a good one here for you today. So let's kind of take a look around as we look at everyone. And I'm going to get his mic switched over here. So you're going to hear Gumo in a second here. Alright, so he should be... Yep, there he is. So you want to say hi to everyone, Gumo?
Hey, what's up? How sweet. I'm so loud in my own... Oh, fuck.
Alright, God damn. Good to hear from you. So...
Make it so I don't have to hear myself.
Alright, so here we go.
Just take my fucking headset. Just take my fucking headset and talk normal. Then I don't have to hear myself. Whatever, I won't be able to hear you either. Do it, or did it? Can you still hear me?
As you can see, we've already had one cap taken by red here. So red team takes first cap here. You can definitely see that. So they're going to take point, captured town center.
I don't know if you can hear me or not, but unless you share your screen or something, I have no idea what's happening in the match. You can't hear me. I have no idea if my audio is being picked up or not.
right, Gumo. So what do you have for everyone here? Oh, looks like we just got clicking noises from Gumo. So still waiting to hear back from him here over the mic. But I'm just kind of giving you uptown coverage. Not a whole lot of commentary, just more visuals from up above.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You need... Well, with skirmish mode being all about this, just the 1 point, it looks like LWJG has the better of this position at the moment. You can see that BR1 77th has some guys moving out and around trying to get the flag, and that's what you want to do in this skirmish mode, because it doesn't matter who gets the cap first, or even how, you know, or even if they cap it back. It's all about positioning. It's all about getting your shooters in the right spots, holding your sectors, and then boxing out your opponent so that they can't get in there anywhere.
You got the 1 point in the middle here that everyone has to fight over.
Right. Now keep in mind, in skirmish mode, the circle it's like 2 to 3 times the size of a normal circle in a cap zone. So it is a much bigger cap area for them to get into. It's also not always in the exact same spot, so it's probably shifted over a little bit. I think Town Center, I looked at it, looked like it was about the same, but I know, for example, on St. Mary-Glise, the center point, the chapel, the church isn't even in the circle on skirmish mode. So you got to be prepared for the little differences in the map. But you can see that circle is huge.
Yeah, as we look at the map, you can definitely see that. So crazy.
You can see where Dog Squad is up there. They can actually get into the circle by being in those back gardens. They don't even have to push into the courtyard. And I have actually seen in a skirmish mode where an entire team piled into that little corner in that courtyard up in the north to stop a capture.
Yeah, which is crazy, you know. I mean, the amount of in-depth we get here as I zoomed in. So sorry about the little bit of technical difficulties. Everything was good. We had everything rolling, and literally like 5 minutes, 2 minutes right before we went live, everything just started going bad.
Discord decided it was going to mute me on Axhawk's side so that neither he nor the viewers would have been able to hear anything I say.
Maybe we'll have to switch to like Zoom or something else or Teams. No, not Teams, not
Yeah,
Teams. No,
I don't know, man.
So we can't hear any audio, but you guys, the viewers, you can definitely hear game audio coming in. As you can see, everything here, we got a good split here. The BR1 77th guys, not a whole lot of them on midpoint, but they're definitely starting to try and trickle in. If we look back here, yeah, look, they're all over there on the far side. That's the southeast side we're looking at. But yeah,
keeping in mind that skirmish maps, even though they're smaller, they're still pretty big. You can still move way out and around and flank around behind your opponent. It's not like 18s or anything where it's just limited to one square.
Yeah, you are correct on that. So we got a lot of people here. I mean, just look at this. I'm not sure what to look at on skirmish.
So BR1 still holding those north. Looks like BR1 just kind of circle around the point. With LWJG holding down the point the way they are, what we're going to be looking for is trying to figure out where BR1 is going to hit them. They're going to have to move their guys around, find the little cracks in LWJG's defenses. They've got to find a way in. They hold that courtyard in the north, and like I said, you can get into the circle from there, but you can't clear out your opponent from there. So, they're going to have to push either up the front door or down from the chapel or, up one of the alleyways from the south.
Yeah, for sure.
Right now, it looks like they've got one guy over there on the entrance to the alleyway, a handful of guys up here in the north. They do hold the church up there with Angel of Death, so might expect seeing some guys coming from that way. Rocket just went off over there on the right-hand side of the screen. Was that artillery? I forget.
It might have been artillery. Oh, there's a bombing run coming right in.
There comes the bombing run. That looks to be a BR1 bombing run going straight through the south courtyard. Something just blew up there as well. Probably a truck. Probably one of those starting. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of explosions. All the starting trucks just went
right
up.
Off the cap.
That looked like be a halfway decent bombing run.
That was a really good bombing run. Definitely a good offensive one, trying to get a push in, as you can see at bottom right.
Yeah, they're starting to push up that yellow alley.
Actually, as we're looking at it, you're starting to see three. You're seeing one push on the left, one push in the middle, one push on the right.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're over there. They pushed out from the courtyards. They're trying to get down from the chapel. And LWJG has 100% anticipated this attack on all three fronts. They have guys already pushing to each point, meeting this attack and stopping it.
So this is very, very crazy what's going on here, what we're seeing. Try to get
a very good hold by LWJG there. They absolutely cleared that. I mean, that was a big looking push coming into the alleyway. And the thing about that alleyway is you get past that first house on the right and there's immediately a break off into the gardens. So you only got to get... Oh, there's the counter bombing run right there. Was that a garrison?
I believe that just took out a garrison down below, yes.
Pretty sure that's what I just saw that garrison burn. There goes another truck up there, I imagine. Yep. They get one tank,
looks like it
right?
Was a tank.
Yeah, that's the medium for the Americans. Just went down. Looks like the Real managed to get a hold of him maybe a little bit with the bombing run. Did they change something about bombing runs? I have noticed that tanks seem to die a lot easier to bombing runs all of a sudden.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but there's definitely a lot that goes into it.
I did a cast this morning and I watched 2 tanks in one match get killed by bombing runs. So I see that so rarely. I've seen bombing runs go over tanks and they just kind of get beat up a little bit. So I don't know if they changed it. Do they kill them?
I'm not aware of it. I mean,
it
it's
seems like
something they could definitely have changed without my knowledge.
Right. Yeah, I haven't heard anybody talking about it, but I've certainly seen it. So that's 3 bombing run tank kills I've seen today.
For sure. So let's take a look at this. I mean, yeah, so you got still middle cap.
They have BR1 completely pushed out right now. At this point, can you pull up the map again for a second? At this point, it looks like BR1's best bet would be swing a squad or 2 all the way down to the tracks in the south and try and get out and around behind LWJG. And assuming they don't get spotted, of course. But
it's so hard. I mean, that's the difference between these type of matches is your strategy has to be different because you're fighting over only one point. It's not like you're fighting over that point and then pushing forward. It's just the middle point.
It's a lot harder for the team holding the point to overextend
Yes,
themselves
yes.
away from it. Usually when a team captures a point back, it's 50% of the time it's because they outshot, but usually it's because one team overextended, got out of position, and too many guys got in behind them. But it's harder for that to happen in skirmish because you're already right on top of your point.
Yeah, exactly. So there's not a whole lot that they can do there.
No, they're trying though. I mean, they're still pushing in there in the front door. They're pushing down from the north. I really do feel like they need some more down in the south. They're focusing. And now, keeping in mind, of course, we have to remember this is what, a 25 versus 25.
Yeah.
So you don't have the numbers. You don't have the numbers to be putting this pressure on the front door, putting the pressure on the top, and then try to swing 2 whole squads down to the south. Everything that I'm saying right now is more suitable to what a full team could do.
Yeah, and as we're looking here, we got a tank pushing
their-
up, trying to defend. This is the northwest side over by church.
Yeah. Mowing guys down. They got the tank backing them up. They're already the infantry's killed them before they can even make it around that corner.
Way too...
They got the tank to back them up. There is an American tank right there. I don't know how you like to do it, but you should hit the H key once. Turn on the highlights.
That's the weird thing is I've been trying to do that. It's not wanting to go for me. So I don't know if it's just not enabled for skirmish or...
You know what? I think I remember that being an issue in skirmish, is that you couldn't light them up. Now that you mentioned that, I think I remember that the last time I streamed a skirmish mode.
It's just all the different things leading up to this.
Well, you don't know. I mean, this is second skirmish tournament that I've taken part, but the first major official one. The only other tournament that I took part in, it was just something small. I don't even remember what it was called.
The graphics aren't really designed for this either. So I'm used to what our traditional graphics are for our normal matches. So a little different.
You'd think it would be better in a skirmish mode because the map is smaller, but
I don't know. But I'm not seeing that.
Or you're talking about...
You're good. You're good. We're in 2 different places right now.
We're in 2 different places, and I just realized that. But all right, back to the match. Oh, look, there they go. They're swinging around the south. BR1 starting to get some guys down around the south, maybe coming up through those courtyards. If they can get into those open courtyards there on the south of town center, and there's already a handful of LWJG guys who are standing there waiting for them. You got Medi and gang right there at the entrance to that road. Yeah, I think I see them exchanging already over there as BR1 still trying to put the pressure on at the front door right there.
We'll zoom in.
They do have the better numbers down here.
I was trying to get us some first-person views, tank views. It just wasn't working out tonight. Nothing seemed to be working for this match.
This was a massive miscommunication from the start. I knew something was going to go wrong from the moment they assigned me to the match, but you were contacting me about the same match, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on?
It's all right. Hey, we got the stream going. You can hear us, I hope, and you can hear the sound of the game, hopefully, and see everything. So, at least we got a match here. I don't think we missed any of the coverage. Actually, you may have some sound issues happening, maybe some reverb at the beginning, but
you're gonna hear me bitching up a storm because I didn't know you could hear me, stuff like that. Yeah.
But hey, I mean, it is what it is. So, as we see, just a lot of battles going on.
Swing and a miss with a rocket, but man, LWJG has this map under control.
Yeah, and with 11.
That's what I'm seeing. They just have it completely under control. BR1 has a little bit of a presence in the front door, but they're just pushed out everywhere else. Even down in the south, they immediately got cleaned up. They do still have a squad leader here, so OP probably on the backside of that house right there where the squad leader is. Rad Jam, he's gonna come jump the bike. Oh, there was the OP right there. He just burned it.
He can...
Oh, there was another OP right there. There, he burns the OP.
Let's see where they can get to him, or if he can... Oh, he just misses him. He's getting surrounded.
Oh, he's
out.
dancing. Wow. Not fancy enough with his dance moves.
Look at Doug up here.
They got the rooftops now. Peeking that corner, just watching. That house is so important for holding that sector too. You can see almost that entire open plaza.
For sure. So, dang, there's definitely some crazy stuff here.
What happened to those tanks up north?
They're right in the middle, right in front of your screen.
I see a tank marker up there. Oh, there he is, right in front of me. I was looking. Oh, I seen that tank marker pop up over there, so I was looking at that. But if they only have the one tank, is he exchanging with a tank right now?
So we got 2 tanks here. You got one at the top left of your screen.
He got the. Oh, that. As I say, that Sherman's fucked, man. He got the first shot off.
So down goes the Sherman tank. I believe you only get one tank here in these matches.
Yeah, it's just one tank per side. So I think it's limited to just medium.
Yes, it is limited to just medium. That is correct. So I mean, these matches are short. Not a whole lot to really break down. Just a lot of waiting.
It's my personal favorite, man. It's all infantry fights. That's what I love. Come on, go look at Tom Selleck's mustache. I want to see him do something just because of his name. I want to see him do something. Nope, he died. He's dead. He failed me. I do see. Go look on the other side of town center. Look, there's a lot of BR1 guys over on the other side.
Here. Let's kind of zoom in.
They're actually starting to get in from the backside. They're dropping supplies back there, trying to get a garrison up on the backside. Handful of LWJG guys headed that way. Dark Omen in front of us, about to run into Pretty Head. Ooh, he slows down. He's peeking. Pretty Head's looking the wrong way. And he takes one to the face. That was fast shooting by Dark Omen.
Fast. It's crazy how you can get into some of this stuff. So look at this. You got Dark Omen just staring down here. Really just one person just defending that.
One person locking down this road, because if you have a good shooter, I can hold a road like that for about 3 seconds till someone like Dark Omen pops around the corner and dopes me.
We got a bombing run coming in right over center. I don't know if that's going to take anyone out.
That looks like it's going to hit all those guys right there. Dark Omen, Fabian.
A little bit more on
those
center,
guys are all right in there.
We'll see how this goes.
I think it's going to go through that back courtyard, yeah. See what happens. Oh, Angel of Death just got a hold of an OP down there and took out an MG right below us. Questions. Misses as he pushes in. There goes the bombing run. Angel of Death is going to survive his own bombing run. Does not survive questions, though. Shot down the stairwell.
Wow. How did Only and Cornell escape that?
They hid behind the wall, or so I saw that the other night too. In infantry, just ducking behind a little bit of cover and surviving the bombing runs.
A little bit of cap progress from.
Makes me wonder how many times I could have lived. Just a tiny bit. I mean, they do have a full squad. They're inside the circle now. Most of them went down, but they're inside the circle. Almost all of them went down,
I think
but
we spoke too soon on that one.
Okay, they're gone. Yeah, well, you never know. It's sometimes it just comes down to individual shooters in a moment like that. You can get 2 squads run into each other, and in that case, LWJG mopped the floor with them. They killed all 5 of them without taking a casualty.
Well, sometimes some stuff like that just happens, and we roll with it. Yep.
Could have gone the other way. They could have pushed in there and cleared that courtyard, and then LWJG might have been in a lot of trouble, but it did not go down that way. Flare going up for LWJG right over top of the point. They're going to see that they're clear in the circle.
I think it's too far to the right here that they're not going to see the other squad coming down. I want to zoom in here because this is going to be... Yeah,
they're already killing them.
A little late to the party.
It's hard, man. Carentan's a rough map for a skirmish mode. Especially like town center. Like there's lots of different approaches, but there's nowhere really to hide in those approaches. Like you have to go down this road.
Everything's an alleyway.
They can just position right. And you put 2 rifles, one on each side of the road, looking down the road, and somebody steps out there, you shoot them. LWJG even pushing out, trying to get hold of the spawns now, it looks like. I mean, why wouldn't they? BR1's now in their backline. Anything they put back there should be locked up now. Any garrisons. Yep. Look at how far to the south they haven't pushed out. Already engaging them as far south as the train tracks.
Yeah, they got 5 minutes, just a little under 6 minutes, we'll say, left to capture that midpoint. Not sure on how long it takes to capture a midpoint here. And
I think
well,
it's
and
still
I
just 2
believe with
minutes.
skirmish, once you're in it and establishing a cap, does it stay like an extra? Like, is there overtime for that?
I believe it has to be fully capped, kind
Yes.
of like how 18s work. Like it has to, once it goes into overtime, whoever gets the full cap after the timer's done will win.
There you go.
I'm,
Don't quote
but
you
don't
on
don't
that.
quote me on that. So I'm not
As we see-
100%. It's skirmish mode, and it's a lot of us are new to. I mean, come on. How often do you play skirmish mode when you're not
To be
looking at
honest with you,
something
I don't
like
think
this?
I've
Most of my friends that
ever
I
played
play with
skirmish.
hate
I've
it.
never played skirmish. That's right here. Everyone, you now know I've never played skirmish. Here I am streaming a skirmish match. There you have it.
I've probably streamed as many matches as I've played on a skirmish
I've
mode.
streamed
So.
more skirmish matches than I've played.
BR1, they're in those northern courtyards again. If they can get a garrison in there, they could maybe do what I said, shove all their guys down into the little corner of the courtyard so that they can be in the circle. Right there where that Grant the Great is. He's in the circle, standing there.
Yeah, so let's take a look, see if they're getting a little cap. Nothing yet. There's just way too many.
There's still far too many LWJG guys in there. They've got a good number of guys who are just holding in the circle.
I'm just trying to keep a wide view here just so you can see the mass range and the spread here of everyone. I'm going to go out a little bit further.
Yeah, truth be told, man, LWJG just has them completely boxed out. Everywhere they try to go to infiltrate, there's already shooters waiting
just
for
look
them.
at the screen here as we widen out further. You can see they're pushed all the way back past the park row. I call it the park row here, where you got like all that green area.
That's a good word for
I mean, it's basically all the way around like you're wrapping. I mean, if you can keep a squad from crossing that area, you're set. And that's basically what they're doing right now, is they're keeping 77th and BR1 from doing that.
Right. I mean, you do have Pretty Head and On Fire over there. They made it down. They made it down the grassy knoll, and they're almost in the church. Oh, well, Pretty Head's still at the church. They do have something going on down here in the south, but I mean, there's 3 minutes left on the match. If they want to get this cap going, they have no choice but to just ram everything they have down their throats. I'd shove it all right down the front door.
Yeah, I'd say take the tank, take everyone, go straight up the middle or straight up a flank.
Straight up the front door. Everything you have. You're gonna lose anyways, so you might as well just Hail Mary the last shot.
It's funny that you say that, because last week's match that I casted on the console side, oh boy, they took back the point with 18 seconds left.
See, it can happen. There was a nice rocket shot up into the top of that house too just now, from William 15. It's a nice shot.
As we see the bombing run coming in now.
But is that BR1? Looks to be LWJG's bombing run.
It could be, yeah. I mean, that'd be a good counteroffensive, because you don't know if they're wrapping or not. So you're going to want to establish something off to the side so they can't push up.
Here comes the tank. Are they going to do it? Did we call it? They are pushing towards the front door. Look, a lot of them are starting to funnel that way. We're under the 2-minute mark, so if they're going to win, it's going to have to be in overtime. So let's hope I was right about the overtime for their sake, I guess.
Well, we'll see here. We're going to find out.
They're still pushing and they're still trying, so I'm going to guess that there's definitely overtime and that this is about to go down. Where is the P4?
We're going to find out here in a second.
That's my question.
Now, if I were some infantry, I would be right behind that tank right now, peeking out on the sides. There we go, as they push up.
There they come. There they come. I agree. I was waiting. I was wondering why they weren't pushing up with him, but they are pushing in with him. Obviously, due to it being skirmish mode, you can't see the cap very well, but I honestly can't tell if they are getting the caps. This tank is doing work for them, keeping everything locked down.
You know, as I'm just walking here, I think we have some ways we can definitely improve this stream for next time, especially if you and I want to do one together. I think there's definitely a way we can do it.
Well, if we both have admin cam, I should be able to share my screen with you, right?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can plug
We'll definitely get it figured out.
So then we can both be.
We'll double check the mics.
Because like I have admin cam, I'm technically in the match right now. You can see my name down in the bottom left.
I mean,
I'm in there,
we'd have two cameras, or we could use one of yours as the cat progress cam.
Yeah, there you go. So I can at least. That's what I should. I should have this up on this monitor, the other one up, so that I can see the cat.
There comes
progress.
the tank. Top left. You can't see it because of the smoke right now, but it's at the top left here.
He's coming. Yeah, he's
Cap
up at
is
the
now
far end of that
barely
road
over
up there.
50%. Ooh, it's a struggle.
All right, we're about to find. This is going to prove our theory on the first match about overtime, because the ticker 2.
And there's
1.
overtime.
Time is up. There it goes. It's overtime. They're dropping manpower right now. They've got a fair amount of manpower to work with, though. Here comes the P4 Thunder running into the point. He's gonna get the first. No, he didn't even shoot.
I think whoever
that was a
wins
rocket.
this is whoever
Doesn't
has
look
the
like it
tank
hurt.
survive.
That's a wounded Sherman. That's a wounded P4. I think the P4's got the first shot though. Yep. There goes the Sherman.
But you can see there's a flank happening.
That's good. Look at you can see them up in the top. They're putting themselves in that little corner for Capway.
So definitely they're not getting a whole lot of people up there, but you're starting to see more and more come in here, trickle in. So this could be a big cap. Oh, it looks like there's slightly left. They're losing.
There goes. That's going to be the victory for LWJG on the first map.
All right.
Very well played by them. It really was. Like they had their guys exactly where they needed to be the entire match.
They did.
Good push at the end though. That little Hail Mary up the main road.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have done it a little sooner, but yeah, that's if you ain't got no time left, then why not?
Exactly.
What do you got to lose? You've already lost the match. You might as well just throw everything you have at them. They almost got it.
Yeah,
it almost worked.
They almost did get it.
They had it like 3/4, and yeah, if they could have just won the exchange with the with the P4.
I know they
would have had that.
That would have been crazy, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, they put up a good fight. There's definitely a lot of good strategy. They almost had it, like you said, at the end. They had just over 50. It may have gotten the 70, 75-ish, maybe.
Right.
But in the end,
I'm pretty sure that's why that P4 did what it did, man. He was hanging back, and it was like, we're not stopping this without you. So.
It really did come down to that tank battle at the end. I think if they could have gotten that tank and they could have continued to push, and then they could have taken out that infantry and possibly gained the cap back. But because they lost that Sherman, that really destroyed that cap progress.
Oh, yeah. That was a good match, though. It was rough looking for BR1 for the most of the match, but it was still a good match.
For sure. So, on that note, and to end this, let me check and see. Are they doing round
match
2?
Number 2. It's 2 matches.
Okay.
It's 2 matches.
So we're good. All right.
It's just straight up 2 matches, to my understanding. I think it goes through
and then
point
we're
system.
flipping back. So now we're on the German offensive, right? Okay.
Right. We'll be on the German side.
I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna flip here then. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip that.
Oh, you're changing the overlay.
Here we go. I'm going to get into admin cam here, and you guys are going to see the progress as soon as I get it flipped.
I suppose I don't even need to be in the game anymore. So.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't set up your camera.
I was ready to do it. That's why I was hoping that you could get on earlier today, and we could have squared it away, but there was so much back and forth.
Honestly,
and then we had
I should have skipped the first-person cameras with all of them and should have just done it with you. I think that was the main issue right there.
Oh, well. Well, but you didn't even realize that I was like the cameraman. That's what I'm saying. Like, you thought you had a cameraman, and then I was just going to be casting or hosting for you, and then it was like, well, wait, I'm the one who has the admin cam.
That's the crazy thing.
Right, you thought you were going to be showing me someone else's camera while I just sat here and narrated, and that essentially is what we're doing now.
Yeah,
but
for sure. So, oh gosh. So here we go. We're gonna remove the background here. You guys are gonna see. This is Axhawk and Gumo Train here, going at it here for you. As soon as warm up is done, I am going to put the scoreboard back up. But until then, you know, we're just gonna enjoy this view. You guys are gonna enjoy the friendly sounds and everything of us.
yeah.
But
Right, 1 minute yet for the curtain drops. So if you need to use the facilities or get something to drink, now's your
There you
chance.
go.
You don't want to miss the action, so you better hurry.
Yeah, you don't want to miss it. Don't want to miss it at all. So, Gumo, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna change this screen so you can see the overlay as well. So, there we go.
There we go. It's me, except for I'm not on YouTube.
Oh,
I'm
well,
on Twitch.
you're on YouTube today, so.
I am on YouTube, but I literally haven't posted in over a month. Like, ever since I switched back to Twitch, it's been going so much better on Twitch. I wish I would have done it a long time ago, honestly. Truth be told, I wish I never would have switched to YouTube, but I didn't know.
You didn't know.
I had to find out the hard way. I had to find out the hard way.
All right, so we got 4, 3, 2, 1. We are rolling here. As you see, 3 hop off
here we
of
go.
the tank.
Yeah, right? They had a ride, and they're just like, nah, I don't want it.
Oh no, they got pushed off.
It's gonna hit that pole. They're gonna hit the pole.
Wow, that's you don't see that very often.
Whoops. They weren't paying attention either. They should have known
Yeah,
that was gonna happen.
they should have known.
The best part is the guy in the back wasn't gonna hit it, but the guy in front ran into him and pushed him off too.
Oh gosh. So we're starting to see everyone push up here. Here's your cat progress. Ooh, it looks like BR1's.
Yeah, BR1's getting the better. It almost seems like it's easier for them to get in there, which makes sense. They have 2 different roads to approach from, whereas LWJG, the Germans, or no,
They're
Americans?
the Americans. Yeah, they're the
Right,
Allies.
Americans. The American side, they have to come in down a single road.
Scoreboard Gumo. Scoreboard Gumo.
It makes it. I see it now.
But yeah, you're right. It's a funnel, so they're only able to come in through.
It's
one
a
way.
funnel, and as soon as they hit that opening, right? Yeah, as soon as they hit that opening, all the ATs who are sitting on top of riding the trucks in, they know exactly where to pre-target their rockets.
Ooh, it looks like they're getting a field gun set up here. Bottom, yep, right there by Tater Tot.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, they want to make sure they keep those tanks out of the circle. It's a good plan. You know, when you can only have 1 tank, it's not a bad idea to get a tank gun or 2, and it really can make a difference.
Definitely gotta take. Oh, so
Nice rocket hit
one
there from
unlucky
Zoof.
person gets taken out by a rocket.
It's a
Oh,
rocket
looks
to
like
the
that tank
face.
got taken out already.
Oh, LWJG looks like they managed to slip around. They got to come. Oh, he got him. I saw it in the corner, but so they did clean that up. But LWJG that has control of the church, and they're getting in the front door. BR1 and 77th, they are still capping the point.
Yeah, they're at around a 75%.
So
cap.
they still have the better. Right, they still have the better positioning right now, but I feel like that LWJG is doing a better job of getting into the circle than what BR1 did on the first match, coming from that side. They took control of the chapel a lot faster, and they've already got guys in the front door and putting on the pressure.
For sure. So
Anything can happen, though. It seems like they've been getting the better of the exchanges. Their guys have been shooting just a little bit faster and just a little bit more accurately. Oh, and they're starting to pull it back. It was almost completely full, and now the ticker's going back the other way. LWJG is starting to pull back town center before it even gets capped. Now, keep in mind, in skirmish mode, you can build garrisons in the neutral zone at the start of the game. You don't have to wait for an initial cap.
Yeah.
So there should be garrisons up for both teams somewhere
Yeah,
around
they
town
definitely
center.
should be up and running.
In fact, you can. Yeah, Scout Mapper just ran past one, so there's their garrison is right
And
there
they're
on the
just
backside.
not able to completely cap it yet. They're just, it looks like they're losing cap progress here.
Mhm. They have considerably less guys in the circle now. There's a big spawn in around that garrison and on the OPs that are right by it, so maybe those guys can get the pressure, but these guys, they're all running into each other right now. Both sides taking lots of casualties. Drusif tried getting up on that wall with his MG and didn't last very long. Summer Bum and Dark Omen, squad leader fight! Somebody hit him! Oh! Summer Bum got it. He won the squad leader fight before he got... Oh, he got took out by Question, who was also a squad leader. I know it's just a stupid little thing to get excited about, but why not?
Hey, you gotta have stuff to look forward to during these matches.
Right. I like to keep it simple, stupid, man. I like it when things go boom. I like it when squad leaders kill each other. All that stuff. Oh, look at that gang coming around the backside right there in the alleyways, coming up behind their spawns. Cleared out a couple of the OPs that were sitting right there. He does get stopped, but I think there was 2 OPs that were right there by that,
Yep, he
that
gets
opening.
taken out right away.
They still have the garrison only right on the other side of the wall, though. We'll have that garrison locked up. And at the moment, BR1 should not have anywhere to spawn. I think I just saw... There is a couple OPs there. Oh, burns the OPs.
Gonna take
He's
out
on the garrison.
outpost.
BR1 gets cleared out.
And
Oh!
they see him though. He's still trying to take it out. They don't see him. And he
They
gets
didn't
it.
see him! I'm pretty sure I just watched Ludos light up some friendlies. Just spawned in and started
Dang.
shooting. Damn. I can't believe he got away with that.
I can't believe that either. That's crazy.
That's crazy when that many guys spawned. That happened to me last night. I had a huge spawn in like that right as my buddy was coming at the garrison from the other side, and I started panic shooting, and I shit you not, my first shot domed my buddy. I was just like, I can't believe you were the one I hit. And when I say their whole team, I mean their whole team spawned on that garrison.
Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. Like 30 guys in front of me, and I still shot the friendly.
So as you can see, cap progress has flipped over towards our ally side.
It's still
But
neutral.
it is still neutral. No one's officially capped yet.
There's a lot of back and forth going on. It looked like LWJG was going to take control of the gardens down there, but BR1 and 77th, they managed to get a couple of spawn-ins. They lost the garrison, but they held on to a few of their OPs right there.
So that tank, just for everyone's reference, is still down here.
He pushed right in from the start and has just been holding right on that
That's
Y
really
intersection.
what's pushing that cap progress right now.
Keeping the circle completely under their control. BR1's, they're split. They can't support each other because their attacks are coming from different directions with LWJG guys in between each one. LWJG has just slipped their guys in all over the place around here. BR1's still coming in down there in the south courtyards, though. They're not completely pushed out.
No, as we zoom out here, you can see we got, I would say, 2 different types of squads. You got your squads up in the top right region. You got your squads over by a church over there. So they're definitely split. No one's going down the main roads. Part of the reason is because of that tank.
Right. Right, because he's right there looking down to both those roads. Tater Tot's about to catch a tank round in the face.
And as we're
over there.
doing that, they just took town center as capture.
There's the initial cap 8 minutes into the match. Not the longest initial cap fight, but certainly not the shortest.
That's sure.
Big spawn in up over there on the top right of the screen for BR1, already taking casualties before they can even move away from the garrison.
I think we're gonna see a big
There is a
line
couple-
just right in here. Yep.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a big line of BR1 guys getting mowed down as they try to make their way up that road. They're not, though. They're in the courtyards on either side. They're not
Yeah, and that's
actually
a
using the road.
newer area. Like a lot of these courtyards that you're gonna see, some of them going is new from the map revision that's been put in by Team 17.
Right. I know. It's been a little while since they did that, too, and I'm still finding like spots where you can get in, and I'm like, I didn't know they opened this up.
I think it was well needed. I like having a little bit more areas where you're not as restricted. I think it definitely improves gameplay.
I agree. Well, it makes such a difference. The town center was one of those points where as soon as you got it, that was it. It was almost impossible to get in there because there was only 4 ways to get in.
Yeah, and as you saw there, we had that bombing run come in, completely wiping most of the people out over there.
Now, did that kill the garrison that was over there, though? Because garrisons in the locked zone are supposed to be protected, right? You're not supposed to destroy those?
That is correct. I believe so. I'm not 100% sure on the ruling on that.
I do see the garrison is still there where that bombing one went through. So they didn't destroy it. But I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to destroy garrisons if they're in the red zone.
Some supplies come in there.
In the HQ zone.
Right on cap. So there's supplies coming in right off this middle, right to the right there is green off cap point. Probably getting outpost down. As we see, it looks like...
Was it supplies? I thought that looked like an ammo drop.
You know what? That may have been ammo drop.
It's a little blurred for me.
Right.
Pretty sure that was an ammo drop.
You just realized a tank just got blown up in the bottom left here.
Oh, that's the P4. The P4 was coming around trying to get behind that Sherman. He got found. He got satcheled.
I believe it was a
something.
satchel. There was a lot of enemy forces around him, and he had no infantry protection.
And that's the... Right, that's the danger of Carentan. You get in these roads and alleyways, if you don't have infantry around you, you can get satcheled and not even realize it.
Yeah, we see that happen all the time. It's definitely something that's well known. If you're going to be a tank, you're going to want some infantry protection in these close quarter maps.
BR1 still spreading out north and south. They don't feel as boxed out as they did on the first match. They feel like they're still in this fight really well. They just need to find that hole. They need to find a place where they can slip their guys through. And I don't think pushing up the main roads are going to be it.
No, they're definitely going to have to find some of those side courtyards like we talked about. I mean, there's really you're going to have to find some unique ways to get to town center.
Truth be told, I feel like they need the church. If they could take control of the church, then they can either push guys down from the north, or they can swing all the way out to the west around behind town center where that P4 just got destroyed.
So as you can see, I think they're trying to get from the train depot, but I think it's just too far. What they really might have to do is push from the left here and try that instead. We haven't seen that yet.
Which they already are. You can see those guys swinging out wide up there.
Yeah.
To the left. We'll see what they can do with that. There's a couple guys close to the circle. I think model right there might actually be in the circle. Circle's pretty big on skirmish mode, so just outside of it.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a couple over here in the middle, but we'll definitely see what's going on here.
They're starting to get the positions. That northern road. Where's that?
That's what I'm trying
Sherman?
to find. As I was
there?
zooming in here, I was trying to locate him. I wonder if he pushed over towards church. Oh, he's right there, right under our noses.
Still there. He's still there. Right. That happens to me a lot. I'm looking for the tank and I'm hovering above him.
So,
like I can hear him shoot him. Where is he?
See if we can see. There we go. So that's who's in the tank right now. I love the last one. Crazy Go. I don't want to know what the remaining amount of that is, but
my question is, how much of that northern road can he see? Because there has been a handful of BR1 guys trickling down that road, and if
you can see he's shooting there. But
one.
Is that from the tank seeing it, or is call-outs of his teammates?
That was a tank route.
Yeah, but you don't know if he's getting call-outs.
Oh, but there's tank fight. Look, there's a P4 up in the next intersection down that road. Ricochet coming off him right there from an AT as well. Looks like the commander managed to clean up that AT. Was about to be a tank fight. I don't know if he wants to do that though. That Sherman's already in a good position.
You can see at the top right of the screen. It's right there.
He's waiting for him now.
Oh, there comes a bombing run. Did it get the tank? I think it may have.
It did. See, look, bombing runs kill tanks.
But, you know, skirmish, I feel like it did. It took out the tank.
It's not a skirmish thing, man. The bombing runs kill tanks now. I don't think they used to, but they definitely do now. That's the 4th bombing run tank kill I've seen just today. So this tank is
now unprotected. Here comes out the rocket. Gonna make the hit. First hit's good.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be a ricochet.
Solo.
Is he solo?
No, there's 3 guys in there. One of them chop out. Did not.
I mean, guess maybe he got the engine with the first shot. Like, they
no,
didn't even
they
move
didn't get
or
out.
nothing.
They didn't try to protect it.
They just sat there and let him kill him.
They just got taken out.
Just sat there and let him do it.
Well, now we're tankless on both sides for the match with 15 minutes left.
Yeah. That's unfortunate for BR1. That was their one advantage that they were about to have.
They could have pushed up with them, but you know, I said this earlier. You gotta have the infantry support. If it's not there, especially on this map.
That was honestly their cardinal sin to begin with. He wasn't even close to the enemy front line. There should have been more infantry.
There just wasn't enough people there to back him and help him out.
LWJG now controlling the courtyards on the north and the south side of the circle. They're starting to push out in all directions. Getting their feelers out, trying to figure out what BR1's going to do next. I do see some casualties from LWJG over there on the south side, over to the right.
It's all BR1 over here.
A couple of guys went down. Yeah, BR1's got a couple of guys there. Maybe Dadbod can get an OP up behind that building. He can bring some reinforcements in. Ludos is about to pop that corner, and I bet that other AT.
Yeah, I want to see Doug.
Come on, shoot rockets at each other.
Oh, they are.
Shoot rockets at each other.
You called it.
Yeah! You missed. Do it. Come on. Pop the corner.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah! Yes. AT fight. Good job. Nice shooting, Ludos. He's going to come around the next corner. Car 98's not as good in close quarters.
So they're going to break through over there. Not a whole lot of pushing going on from that point now.
Well, but hold on. BR1 has a full squad all the way all around on the back side now. We'll see where exactly they choose to attack, but they are all the way behind LWJG.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. Definitely some interesting strategies, per say the least.
It's chaos. These skirmish modes are chaos because it's just non-stop reaction. There's attack happening over here. We need troops over here. So then you go, and then all of a sudden, there's an attack over here.
Yeah,
it's chaos.
As we were talking there, it looks like they regained a tank in midpoint here. So,
yep.
Not sure what he's shooting at.
That P4 should be coming up again pretty soon too. The Sherman died first. So I think he's trying to blow up his old tank carcass so that he can move into the position.
He's definitely got a spot he wants to be.
He's going to put that thing right back in the same spot.
So
not sure where the P4 is coming from, but I will wager he's coming down the road right now.
Yeah, without being able to highlight. Don't know where he's at.
Yeah, come on. Somebody get the developers on the line.
That's the old one right there below us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'll show up eventually. Not sure what it is, but we'll find the tank and it'll just randomly pop up for us, and we'll hopefully catch it.
We'll see it once we see a ricochet come off one of the tanks. We'll be like, oh, they're shooting at each other.
Oh.
He is shooting down the main road right now. What's he shooting at? Did he just blast somebody out of that house or something? I don't know what he's shooting at over here.
Canyon, the commander is down here. But I don't see any tanks or anything coming down the road, so not sure. Maybe he thought he saw a tank, but nothing's there.
Shooting at shadows. BR1 actually has a couple guys in the circle right
Yeah,
now.
we are seeing a decent
Cran right
push
there.
here. I'd like to see a little bit more, but definitely a decent push.
G.I. Johnson up there is a squad leader as well in the North Courtyards. He just went down, but he might have got his OP up in there.
As you can see, 77th is that group that's backing from the behind there. They might be trying to wait and establish a push from both sides. This could be interesting.
They're just they're taking casualties over there. Who are they fighting over there? Are they really getting shot all the way down the road? Their machine. I just watched their machine gunner
they
get
got
killed.
this guy up in the front,
Milchev.
up here,
up in the house. You can see so much,
Look at that.
and it's true. I know exactly. Yeah, you can see all of them. See straight down that road.
So this gotta be their sharpshooter right there.
Up there in the I mean, look at that. Look at that gorgeous field of fire.
Looks like he gets taken out by a grenade. He was clearing the house.
On fire. I think he just cleared an OP, didn't he? On fire. Looked like he just popped something right there.
There may have something that got taken out.
Where did the Sherman go? Where's the Sherman?
Right here. So if you see it.
Oh, okay, I see him. It's hard to tell if it's a tank carcass or not.
I know. It's definitely a part of the struggle with these skirmish matches. So we got Tate there.
Like, is he trying to get that thing up on them boxes?
I'm not sure what he's trying to do. We'll just ignore it and focus on something else.
There is still a good number of BR1 guys, though, and 77th guys coming out of that North Courtyard where G.I. Johnson got his OP up. Pretty Heads is right below Milchev. If he can kill him and get him out of that house, nope, just runs right past him. Say if they could get him out of that house, they could push up that back alley a lot easier, but they might have given up that attack too, since it's already been discovered. Don't see any cap pressure at the moment. They are close to have it though. There's another spawn in on that OB back there. Pretty even numbers inside the circle. 9 minutes left on the match. We're on the second map right now. LWJG took the first match, so we'll see if BR1 can take the second match.
Is it best of 3 or 4?
A little bit. That's what I wonder, because they said it was just 2 matches, but then somewhere in there it said something about like if it goes 1-1, there's some sort of overtime thing. So I would generally just not leave until I start seeing other players leaving.
We'll stay in here after this because we're not quite sure on the matches. Right. I don't have a match breakdown or a rule breakdown for you, unfortunately. All I got is the streamer rule breakdown. So we are on a 10-minute delay, so also keep that in mind.
Right.
Which usually we're used to like a 30-minute on those longer matches.
10 minutes actually pretty nice when it comes to interacting with audience.
Yeah, you definitely can. I see we got one wave of the hand, so welcome. Victorious.
Oh, we got so into this too. I totally forgot to share it Discord with people so that they would know.
Hey, it's okay. We had to struggle at the beginning. They don't need to see that.
Yeah, it threw everything off. Scout mapper trying to get behind that Sherman as a engineer.
Yeah, I wonder if...
Look at him laying low over there.
Take a look here and see if we have anybody rapping. Yeah, we got a few.
They actually did manage to take back that's actually the back door. Because they're on the back side. But, oh, I think he got the satchel on that Sherman. The Sherman just went up. He wasn't just trying to get to him. He had already satcheled him. He was just laying low and making sure it died. Here comes Milchev. I don't know what his actual name is. Milch. And then F-E. Milch F-E. I wish it would just show the whole name.
Yeah, well, some of those get really long, so it's just not possible. Stay tuned later, though. I mean, I might be having something that resolves that issue for you.
Really? That'd be cool.
Something that I think a lot of people have been really, really wanting for a while. So stay tuned for that.
Ooh, I don't know what it is, but I'm excited. I like new things. Scout mapper right on top of Mill gets him. They really don't. They really do have a halfway decent push going on. There's still a lot of LWJG guys pulled back defending this, but it's like BR1 and 77th control the north side and LWJG controls the south.
Yeah, it's definitely split here, as you can see. Let me see if there's any cap progress. No cap progress yet. We do have a recon coming down.
Bombing run about to come in.
And the bombing run.
You just placed the bombing run while you were looking at the map.
So.
Had a bombing run coming in. My question is, where is the P4?
How is that? Okay, so it's configured right down the street. Oh, this is going to be a great bombing run, maybe.
Oh, it's going to hit the alleyway.
Oh, it's going to come right. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Alleyway. You're on the main route.
Right this way.
You're right. It's going to come like right under you here.
Well, let's get set up for this.
Actually, not too much there.
And they're in the house. So I don't know if it'll take them out. It started a little too early.
It might get questioned right there.
Had the recon too.
I don't even know if it did get him. They got him in the house. They must have been on the top floor. You're not safe if you're on the top floor.
So I'm seeing a lot of blue in this area now. We are starting to see some cap progress on mid.
Yeah, a little bit of cap progress going on. They got a huge wave of guys coming in the front door over there too. Just had a big spawn in on their garrison.
Dang.
I'm exchanging. It's hard to say. It is still ticking towards BR1.
Remember, they do have overtime too. So if they come in and they start making cap progress, as long as they have cap progress, it will go into overtime.
All right. It'll keep going. Pretty Head getting a kill over there. Pretty Head 69. That's a name we've been seeing a lot today.
And they just had a spawn. So with that outpost in there, that's going to make it harder to really gain that cap in midpoint.
Right, that gave them the numbers advantage. Yep. They got a bigger spawn in than BR1 did. They've also got, look, they've got guys coming in from behind them as well, coming down from the north. BR1's getting pinched. Or 77th, really. That's 77th guys in there, but... Yeah, it looks like BR1 and 77th got cleaned up out of the point. LWJG has significantly more guys in the circle now.
Yeah, so we got 3 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the match of round 2. LWJ took the first match, so also keep that in mind.
We might get all of our overtime questions answered right here if BR1 can get in here and cancel it and capture this. Not looking too good at the moment, but 3 minutes is a long time.
Especially in these matches, because everything's a lot closer, so you're not having to go across the entire map.
Right, you don't have to run for, if you're gonna flank, you don't have to run for 20 minutes. Just 5. Some more guys coming down the center. It feels like there is a handful of BR1 guys behind us, coming up from the southwest. Yeah, there is a handful of BR1 guys coming up from the southwest, starting to gain up. Dadbod was in the courtyards. Gets taken out. But there's a lot of guys over there. They're not too far away from the circle. If they can hit these south courtyards from both sides at the same time, they might be able to clear it out.
I don't know if they'll push up in here, because as you can see, they kind of have these alleyways lined up. It's going to be hard to push. But with that new update, you can go in these courtyards, like you said, and looks like, yeah, Tater Tot's definitely doing that.
Yeah, Tater Tot's in there right now. And they had more guys swinging that were swinging south and east, so they should have some guys coming around the other side behind us here in a second. Tater Tot goes down, but gets a grenade kill. Avenges himself. And the garrison is right there, so they could get a little closer. They could lock that garrison up. I don't know if they'll be able to, though. 2 minutes left on the clock. There was a spawn in right there. Looks like Dadbod did get his OP up in the south courtyards, so they do have a spawn in the courtyards. Milchif pushing that way is probably going to get that OP while they're looking the other way. Oh, did Dadbot? No. Dadbot gets him. Saves his OP, I think. More guys. He must have heard it because look at how fast these guys started rushing that way. Oh. What's this? Dadbot?
Oop.
This was supposed to be Dadbot's view? Libby?
I put you. I put you on preview. My bad. You were seeing the preview. All right. I didn't realize it till I changed the preview. But anyways, here we go. We're looking at the cap here.
They did clear out the south courtyards while it was happening. That push that made it around to the other side was not able to make it in. You can see Summerbum is still there, but there's a lot of LWJG guys in those south courtyards. There comes the counter bombing run from LWJG. He's going to clear out a lot of BR1 and 77th guys down there in the south gardens. In the, what would you call them? The park strip?
Yeah, I called it the park strip. It does basically makes a U around the map.
Mm-hmm. They had a big push right there for about half a second, and then it got completely cleaned up all at once.
Anytime they have
they just got
bit
rocked.
Of progress, it gets wiped out.
LWJG doing a really good job of reacting to every time they hit them from a new direction. They've already got guys either ready to meet it or coming in right behind it.
So there is another tank. Oh, and it looks like they did not take the cap in time.
Oh, wasn't even paying attention to the timer anymore. I was too into what was happening, waiting to see if something happened. But all right, so let's. That just said victory, right?
That said.
The little message, the admin message said that was it with a 2-0 victory.
Match ended. Skirmish Cup match with 2 map wins. LWJG 46.
All right. So that will do it. That will be a victory for LWJG. Congratulations. BR1 and 77. You had a couple of good looking pushes. I know you were getting pushed around a little bit, but you definitely had some good looking pushes, and you certainly didn't just give up. You were shifting your squads around, trying to find the gaps, trying to find some places to get in there.
Yeah.
So LWJG just doing too good of a job of holding their sectors.
Sure. So, I mean, every time it seemed like they're trying to get a push, it would get, taken out by your opponent. I mean, it's hard in these matches, and they're such a new team. They're still learning to, communicate and work with each other. So it's definitely, that takes time, to learn that. But hey, I mean, this was a fun match. We had some some issues at the beginning here, but I think we worked them out by the end.
I hope so. Oh man, was I mad.
All right, well, hey Gumo, it's a pleasure as always streaming with you. I hope you at least had fun, even with all the issues.
I did. I did. It was